The Warden is arguably one of the most mysterious things surrounding the new Minecraft 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update, but luckily for you everyone, in this video I am going to be talking about how some new Warden gameplay features have actually been revealed by Mojang themselves. So if you do go on to enjoy the video and you're excited for the Warden, be sure to drop the video a like and subscribe if you're new around here for daily Minecraft content. But without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Now, just in case you did not see, I did a video a few days ago as of when you're probably watching this, so if you've not already, I recommend you check out my last video about this. But basically I was talking about how the Warden has actually been delayed. Yes, that is right everyone, I was talking about the confirmed Minecraft Warden delay. It is actually fully official, so as I said, check out that video if you are clueless about it. But basically, long story short, the Warden actually got delayed by Mojang. They announced it over on Twitter. In fact, King B Dogs actually revealed this announcement of the delay, but within the tweet actually gave us a little snippet of information which we can actually learn quite a bit about the Warden from, which is interesting. This is arguably the most information and the biggest news we've heard about the Warden ever since its reveal in 2020. So let's take a look at the tweet. There have been some questions about the Deep Dark / Warden coming in part 1. I can say they're not coming in part 1 of Caves and Cliffs. The reason for this is that they have heavily interconnected gameplay mechanics and simply must come as a full package. That is so interesting, but before we break it down, I just want to read out the rest of what King B's Dog said, which is also important to note. There is currently no timeline for when these features will come, but we'll keep you up to date as soon as we know more info. I appreciate everyone's patience, and when the Deep Dark and Warden will finally come in the future, I think it will be truly worth it. Now, with that all out of the way and all of that to the side, let's go back to the first important tweet and look at one thing that King B Dog said, which is that they have heavily interconnected gameplay mechanics. So the Warden and the Deep Dark are actually connected in more ways than one. Not only does the Warden spawn in the Deep Dark, but it actually is connected to the biome. This is so unique and something we've never really saw in Minecraft. I guess that you could say the Strider is connected to the Nether or the lava, because if you take it off lava it will actually freeze, or there's probably a few other examples, but we've never really saw anything where a mob is actually connected to a biome. Not only does it say that because it spawns there, but they have interconnected gameplay mechanics. Now at the moment we really do not know what these are, but I've saw a lot of speculation about this, and I think that we actually have a pretty good idea of what this means. Some people actually believe that the skulk that you find around the Deep Dark, being the skulk sensor, the skulk block and the skulk growth, all come from the Warden itself, so that if you see the Warden walking around, it will actually leave kind of behind a trail of skulk and skulk sensors, which then it can actually tap into and use to hunt down players or mobs that are actually wandering through the biome. Another theory of mine maybe is that the Warden does not spawn like any regular mob where it just appears in the darkness, but the Warden will actually spawn from the skulk. So the Deep Dark, right, is going to be this creepy underground skulk filled biome where it's all underground and dark and creepy, and a lot of people have actually made connections between skulk and that ender like substance that makes up the ender portal. So there's been a lot of people saying that this is some weird dimensional material. We really do not know much about it at the minute, and some people are really going wild with the imagination. But just imagine how cool it would be if skulk is actually some kind of portal and it can actually teleport wardens or these mobs through it into the overworld. I just think that the thought of that is cool. Another theory of mine is maybe that the warden actually uses Skulk to kind of listen around, so it can listen kind of wirelessly to the Skulk, where maybe it's a bit like wireless connections, right? So maybe if you're walking and there's no warden nearby, maybe your footsteps will vibrate back to the Skulk sensor, where then it will transport to another Skulk sensor and another one and another one, and the signal will continue all the way until it reaches the ears of the warden, which is just really cool to think about. One of the most popular theories at the minute is that when the warden actually walks, a bit like a snow golem, it will leave Skulk behind, and personally I do think that that is the most likely. But why is the Deep Dark so dependent on the warden? Surely if the warden would leave behind Skulk and that, it would be fine for them to add the warden. So I believe it's more something to do with the warden using the biome to its advantage, because the warden can only hear the vibrations for a certain amount of distance, and it can only do so much on its own. That's why I do believe that the warden will depend on the biome itself to kind of hunt players. But this little bit of gameplay features, so it was actually revealed by King B Dogs, is so interesting, because we really, apart from the actual gameplay we saw, we did not know anything about how the warden will perform and what it will be like and what it'll act like and what the actual gameplay of the warden will be like. So this is so interesting to know that they're so interconnected. One final theory is literally that it's the warden's home and they do not want to add the warden without the Deep Dark, but I just want to put that theory to bed. I've saw some people saying that, and there's going to be no cool features to do with the warden. If that's the case, why did they add the axolotl without the lush caves or the glow squid after the aquifers but before they were properly implemented? Why have they added the goats before the mountains on Java Edition? It just really does not make sense, and I think for people saying that they just do not want to add the warden for the sake of it and they only want to add it when its caves are in the game, I think that is really wrong, and I think that is not correct. That's just my personal opinion though. So I do personally believe that the warden will have some very intricate kind of connection to the Deep Dark, which we really cannot and will not understand right now. But I think in all good time, when a bit more information comes out, we will slowly and gradually start to understand what the warden is all about. As I said, it is so mysterious and no one knows anything about this mob at the moment, so I'm just really hyped to see what Mojang are gonna do with this and how it's gonna work and how it's gonna be implemented. I just cannot wait for this mob. But that is it for this video. If you did not know this news and maybe you came here from my last video where I said I'd be doing this in a couple days, be sure to drop a like on the video if you're excited for the warden, and subscribe here on the channel for daily Minecraft content. That is right everyone, right here we do daily Minecraft videos covering the latest news and information to do with Minecraft. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching and goodbye.